MPCC President Okram Iwobi asserts that the over 3-year-long conflict in Manipur could be resolved fully exercising constitutional powers vested in the state. CLP leader Meghachandra slams Manipur government for lack of responsibility, accountability and transparency. RPI Athwale National Secretary Maheshwar Thaunawazam seeks strict action against Kuki miscreants involved in burning down Meitei houses at Kanto Sabal, alleges bias and apathy by Central Security Forces. Sekmai AC MLA Haikam Dingo, Imphal West DC, SP and senior officials visit Kanto Sabal, where 6 houses belonging to Meitei community were set ablaze by Kuki mob. Review security situation. And France will meet Spain. Argentina took class against England in FIFA World Cup 2026 semi-finals. Countdown to the final battle begins. Hello and welcome. You're watching Impact Primetime English Bulletin. I'm BUCHI with the top stories. Ahead of next year's Manipur Legislative Assembly elections, Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee MPCC today inducted 11 prominent individuals, including a former MLA, into the party as it stepped up preparations to take on the BJP. The new entrants were welcomed at a function held today at Congress Bhavan in Imphal, graced by MPCC President Okram Iwobi and other senior party leaders. The new entrants include retired DSO TH Oxford, IUCB retired Assistant General Manager Longjam Suranjoy, CRPF retired Assistant Commandant Yengkom Sanjib, Manipur High Court Senior Advocate Laishram Shashibhushan, former MPS Officer TH Brinda, retired Associate Professor B. Saraj Sharma, ex-MLA KH Devendro, Electricity Department, former Executive Engineer KH Gambhir, former government teacher Mohammad Nasir Khan, former BJP candidate Mohammad Anwar Hussain and retired Colonel Mohammad Said Khan. Speaking on the occasion, Okram Iwobi said the Congress had played a key role in nation building and accused the BJP-led central government of failing to resolve the over 3-year-long conflict in Manipur despite having the constitutional authority to do so. He alleged that if the centre had acted decisively, the crisis could have been resolved long ago. Instead, he claimed the centre had pursued policies that deepened divisions among the people of the state and urged the public to unite against attempts to divide Manipur.
Manipur da hujik tawriba chahi ahum helaba kanglo masiengi hana sunaba tawliba ama kanglo amaga bahana sunan tawriba che moina determined tawrba moina commitment tawrgadi laina adum namgani khana even state ta samvidhana piriba state ta piriba power sim basi free hand piba targadi state government su machi easily control tawba ngamgada ba port leba masi madu state government na sakti pibra pida moina ada center taki moina phajana control tawra tawda Manipur se moigi either hidden or secret agenda amagi makhada Manipur se naiba maleba moi amaga angwa bahana jejuno moi je wa ba yaba walaga padrak tarkanda Bharat Sarkar da moi si changjerak suno haina adu mumbai wakhan khanba maleba.
Intending candidate TH Brinda from Yaiswal Assembly constituency, who newly joined Congress, alleged that the present political system in both Manipur and the country is being controlled by a handful of individuals. She said that prevailing situation in Manipur has become one of violence, distrust and deep communal division, claiming that only the removal of BJP from power could restore normalcy. She said she joined the Congress as she believed it was the only party capable of bringing about the change.
Hari batibam sida aikoi punai asina tibam sida ki thoklak ke hai taragadi pamai amagak lain maduni lain da BJP ki sarkar ase maru punna phukak laga Manipur ki lamthok panaga BJP maru punna phukpangam party ni Congress mathanda Congress natta Manipur ki BJP maru punna phukpang party ama populate.
Meanwhile, retired CRPF Assistant Commandant Yankom Sanjib, who joined the Congress along with members of 3,000 families from Thangweban Assembly constituency, said he was inspired to join the party by its commitment to safeguarding the unity and integrity of the state. He expressed concern over the deteriorating situation in Manipur and warned that unless timely corrective measures are taken, the state could face further instability and fragmentation.
Kangkong side of Leva Kifim, Mikap Mirao Kona, Asiana, and a pick Talabako Leva Sibu, Kanbiga Davasi, Congress Party Katanani, Haiba, Achet Powakalo, Lamaga Luinana, I Isha Yauna, and we the Levy Imung Lishing Ohumna, Punna, Congress Party is joined over Lak 70. Aduga Kui Asa the Su, Tung the Congress Partina, Nasia Lady Pivum Jana Manglam Cheta, Ying Badasu, Haina Congress Partina, as a Levasi, Kaibia, Pivum Lakiva, Punbagi Saktam the Singarakpa, Singtam Ichinino, Kudimapu, Kaibu, Tana, Wanarapa, Marakta Singchep, Tarpam Matamda, Hana Manglam Chata, Congress Party na Laibaki Prazana Yade, P. Kandana Aquina Yadradi Yade, Wakalon to the Laidana Laibaki Mungalapa, Congress Party Loina Saminaraga Lebak Iram Damche, Amuktan conveners.
Congress Legislature Party leader Kaisha Meghachandra criticizes the government, alleging absence of state administration since the outbreak of May 3, 2023 crisis. Citing a remark of Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchand, claiming that he has no information of a certain bridge being built in a district of the state, Meghachandra maintained that the Chief Minister's response warrants a great awe. Meghachandra made the comments in response to questions raised by newspersons on the sidelines of the program held today at Maitai Mayak High School, Kongba. The CLP leader went on to criticize the ruling government, saying that such unbecoming nature are weakening the state at a rapid state. He furthermore opined that the fate of Manipur hangs in loose as fresh incidents of violence are still being reported from different corners of the state, saying that the government lacks responsibility, accountability and transparency.
Sarkar asina transparent oiba santi porani karamba ground da karamba policy da porani haibasi no mata parjada phongdok piyo asi phongdok tatuna la abani discussion kaya da sarkar sigi asoibani sarkar sine control tawdabadi ki thon bani haibasi aduma ka hairi base masi chuma ibani administrative tongan ba separation ama tongan naga na hairi se masi central ki wakhalon se miyam da transparently phongdok pa ngamde any incident sama masi ki follow up action je sulai leita bani ba miyam na kan da demand ta khar changjana kan da so taw Adumactani Bangasi book to Ulaishi. Masitaki Asaj to the Pare, Parzana, alternative decision. Kari Tokaki is a Parzamiam Kanaragana, another solution, Putona Honavasi, collective decision. Sarkari out of the Tobama, time for the Villa in Kaleb.
RPA Athwale National Secretary Maheshwar Thaunawzam today visited Kanto Saval and met families whose houses were set ablaze by a cookie mob during yesterday's arson. Speaking on the sidelines, Maheshwar alleged that Lok Sabha MP Dr. Bimola Koijam was prevented from meeting senior Central Forces officials when he visited the area following the incident. Maheshwar further claimed that Central Forces personnel also denied a telephonic conversation with Union Minister of State Ramdas Athwale and the officials on duty. Alleging bias and apathy on the part of Central Forces, he said their conduct reflected disregard for the people of the state. He also claimed that Maitai houses were set on fire by a cookie mob despite the presence of the 18th Punjab Regiment. Maheshwar demanded strict action against those responsible for the arsons and called for disciplinary action against security personnel who fired tear gas shells and smoke bombs at residents, pleading for protection of their homes, resulting in injuries.
RPI ki president oiriba Ramdas Athwale na masamak phone pairaga wari chanage to ngatang tholo o haiba matamda makoi yam laithona usittabagi taiba tawba haibase jase na khoi Manipur se makoi usitre na takpani khoigi makoi akoi bu kanbini na laiba kangu singse makoi na chapchaba duty toroktaba michang mi bama changba ama yaubase makoi su para tambiba ma changabra haibase akoi khale aduna para phajana tambiba tabani achoba conspiracy ama lei akoi na si haiba matamda legal notice hazalakani wanda ko ama haigada akoi aduna any thajano ho akoi na koi tumin leba yade any akoi namdana ba torok so koi thengnaba tabani makoi da para ama tambi haudragadi hayeng tungi yumbiron gi damakta achoba akaibam lakani no huzi akoi da presence da thoi ba thabak se akoi na koi para ama achom ne se haijai.
Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchand condemned the arson incident at Kanto Sawal village in Imphal West. In a social media post, he said swift action had been taken and 2 accused had been arrested for their alleged involvement in the arson and mob violence. The Chief Minister said state police and central armed police forces have been deployed, while security forces have been directed to prevent any recurrence. He stated that after a prolonged period of peace, the incident appears to be an attempt by vested interests to derail the ongoing peace process. He appealed to the public to remain calm, avoid spreading rumors, and cooperate with the authorities. Reiterating the government's commitment to maintaining peace and protecting every citizen, the Chief Minister assured that all those responsible would be brought to justice. Sekmai SC MLA Haikam Dingo, Imphal West DC, SP and a senior official today visited Kanto Sawal village, where 6 houses belonging to Meitei community were set ablaze by a Kuki mob. MLA Dingo and district officials met the victim families. A joint meeting of local Mairapaibi members, affected families, MLA, DC and SP and officials of central forces was also held. National People's Women Front NPWF Manipur State Unit condemned the arson attack in which several Meitei houses were set ablaze by a Kuki mob at Kanto Sawal in Imphal West yesterday. Addressing the media at NPP Manipur State Unit office at Messi Lane, Manipur today, NPWF State President Sapam Nonibala questioned how the incident took place despite the presence of security forces. She expressed concern over injuries sustained by women and children as security forces tried to bring the situation under control. Nonibala said the party would urge the Union Home Minister to ensure adequate deployment of state security forces to prevent such incidents from recurring. She also expressed confidence that the government would conduct a thorough investigation and take strict action against those responsible.
अखोई सेंगरांग नुंदांग स्पॉट टुडे दा मानटॉप युमफम दा लाइबा रिलीफ कैंप दा चतना मी मयाम दु उनजरुरे अदुदै दा कोऑर्डिनेटर आरके सनाल गा उनजरई सनाल न फोंदोरकपदा मे गी डेट 3 दगी मोइसे कैंपता तौदना कुकी सिंगा आर्मी की कैंपता कुकी गा मोइगा फमिनरागा वारी से सारागा नोय कैसु तौरोय पोचै होंदोकनु अदुम लाइमिनौ हाय हाय अदुगा डेट 29 दा मई थाबा होरकपने हाय मई थाबा होरकप सिदैसिदा आर्मी सिंदुना कुमदरागा अखोई नोय कनबा ngamroi noi chelo haibani haibasi mayam nungaitana thamai aduga moina hairapasi madudai du da laiba army singsi pukhapigro 100 meters muk mathakta aduga adugi mafam tu dai du state forces thambiyu haibasi ma khoida thamai sigi se khoi national people's women front ki taraf tagi akhoi home minister unaraga khoi sigi wapam se thamjarani aduma hairaga khoi ngarang ki thodok se yam nungaitaba incident ni sidai sida sarkar gi maikai dagi kitang gingsan biyu.
Kurkul Mandap Yumpam Relief Camp Coordinator R.K. Sanahal demanded authorities to remove central force deployed in areas of Lemakong, Chingmang and Kanto Sawal and replace them with state force. Sanahal said that people no longer have any faith on central forces. He made the commands at a press meet held today at Kurkul Mandap Yumpam Relief Camp. Speaking further, Sanahal lamented that Kuki mob burned down houses in the presence of army personnel. He recollected that 57 Mountains Division had provided the assurance to protect and provide security of lives and properties of the people in wake of May 3rd, 2023 crisis, and despite of this, many houses in these villages were burned by Kuki community and victims are now living at relief camp. He went on to point out that 2 individuals who were among yesterday's mob, whose photos have now gone viral on social media, are not residents of Lemakong area, raising suspicions that they may be members of Kuki armed groups. On the other hand, one of the victims, Laitonjam Bijeta, voiced resentment over the actions of Central Force personnel, who fired tear gas and smoke bombs on Meitei civilians who were trying to save their properties and belonging from the Kuki mob.
Moina Piramba Tajaba Mayamdo, Aduna Maram Orega, Kogi Poche Malchang, Loina Maksu, Chahore, Ponto Hovudaba, Kara Matam Laying the Loto, the Loto Hodre, Aduna Maram Orega Hojikse, Aquina, Army that Tajaba Sutum Tamdre, Army Lermiba Zagaz, the Kogi State Police, Kanto Sabala, Kakahan Biro, Adudagi Mumitar, Yankai Mukakalaga, ex servicemen Kolonigi, Hygen Bum Zaga, Sida, which is in Palwes Ariani, High corner area, Sida, Akogi, Commando, Habatare Commando, see Aduda Tambiro, Haina, Ranquena, Demand Tobini, Nasi. Karadi Sakapadi Uy.
Mugari do Lambi Tatsalaga Uhandana, Ado Kogi get ki wang, Masida Quina, Kogi Nahazing that say the Kale, they did Moina no meround Mayamam Capsule, Aduna Kogi Asok upon Mayamam Zuyaure, Aduga Moina, Tasing Yazaning, the Anangi, the Yum Jet Hawaina, Army Yauraga, Yam Naknazule, Army Pose, Yam Naknazule, Aduga, and Armigi Manak the Leiruba, Koise, Tukimati Koisiamna, Swanba, Quitegi, Atonba. Me have the Oire, Yamna, she could Maxe Langana, me and Zangbu and Hygienic.
Langtobal AC intending candidate Akoizam Priyobarta alleges that the failure of security forces to discharge their duties resulted to the arsons at Kanto Sabal yesterday. He made the remarks on the sidelines of a visit today at the incident site where the intending candidate met the affected families. Terming yesterday's incident as tragic, he raised suspicions of a possible involvement of certain vested interest groups. He said that the incident took place near a heavily fortified army garrison and houses which were burned down are situated right next to an army checkpost. Priyobarta went on to allege security lapses. He furthermore demanded higher authorities to replace central forces stationed in the area with state forces and urged state government to ensure such incidents do not repeat. Priyobarta also gave assurance to extend necessary assistance to the affected families.
Tauga yauna tauba akhoi pang da ba sarkar sina ju kari umta masida initiative lokhat ba care lok da ba man ba gi mo ma sumba tauba posidi masidi matung da su mamang da su mayam tauga tung da su mayam mathang tholakhine na akhoi gi motadi khanjai praja mayam su ngasi dagi sumba thaudok singje thoi hainingai leite matung da su tholakhigani mayam ama su mamang da thokre aduna akhoi na hujik kari tauba yai haiba posida mayam je amuktang wakhan leitana phajana khandabiraga punjalaga kari tauchige haiba posida aigi motadi masi chalhaningi duga masigumba thabakse matungda jo amuana thopirakta ba ngasigi paliba sarkar asina phajana masi injection precaution lobiu.
Kokome has alleged that the burning of abandoned houses belonging to internally displaced persons following a protest by Kuki people in front of Lemokong army camp is a deliberate attempt to trigger another phase of violence in Manipur. Kokome further claimed that the ethnic conflict that has continued since May 3, 2023 is part of a proxy war being waged by India. Manipur Home Guard Employee Welfare Association urges state government and authorities concerned to include Home Guard personnel in the vision of building a developed India by 2047 under Prime Minister Narendra Modi's motto of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas. Speaking during a program held at the association's office in Luangsangbam, Imphal East, where financial assistance under Manipur Home Guard Welfare Scheme was distributed to retired Home Guard personnel, Association President Yanglem Mangi said Home Guard personnel perform round-the-clock duties alongside state police but continue to be deprived of several service benefits. He said the association has long been demanding appointment of a separate commandant general in accordance with the Act and rules, preparation of seniority list, promotion guidelines, ration money and other service entitlements. He added that Manipur High Court has also issued directions to government on these matters and several representations have been submitted to Chief Minister, but the demands remain unfulfilled. During the program, financial assistance was distributed to 27 retired Home Guard personnel under the welfare scheme, taking the total number of beneficiaries so far to 168.
Unabadi yam unai ate ate yam unai si minister no unaba home minister unaba moi gi kano da post ta thagal ba kai do ba mayam khabar da kagas da media da mayam loi thengnari dune home ga ki matang de unagi haire ga di una phangde BJP ki government ni double engine ni Prime Minister na adal laubani Manipur ki sarkar su tabiu secretariat ta leiba officer sing na DGP office tak battalion commandant general ki office na CO office na tabi dre mari le na tabi dre judiciary bu ikai khumna bi dre honorable chief minister honorable home minister ani na amuk tadi makoi da ningthi jana praman tawbiu haijage amuk tadi moi da paktak bibiyo aduga loina na home guard sing ki awaba se amuk tadi kohan biyo haiyena haijabane makoi na.
In a measure success under the anti-drug campaign, Senapati police seized 49 kg 500 gram suspected opium from an abandoned SUV following a vehicle chase along National Highway number 2 early this morning. According to police, a joint team of Special Operations Team, Senapati Police and Hengbung Outpost was conducting frisking and checking at the T. Kulen Naka checkpoint around 6 a.m. when a white Hyundai Creta traveling from Imphal towards Senapati was signaled to stop. However, the driver sped away, prompting a police chase. The vehicle was later found abandoned with the key below Hengbung Baptist Church along National Highway 2. During a thorough search, police recovered 49 packets of suspected opium weighing 49 kg 500 gram concealed inside floor compartments of the vehicle. The police also seized the Hyundai Creta bearing registration number NL07CE0841, its registration certificate, and a photocopy of an Aadhaar card in the name of the registered owner. The seized items have been handed over to Senapati Police Station for further legal action, while efforts are underway to trace the driver. Manipur police arrested one person and seized approximately 5 kilograms of brown sugar along with rupees 83,770 in cash yesterday. The accused, identified as 47-year-old Muhammad Amjad Khan of Lilong, Qingjao, was apprehended after police intercepted a grey Tata Punch MN04P4706 in Kwakta area of Bishnupur district. The contraband drugs and money were recovered from his possession. Manipur police have apprehended a man from Churachandpur district in connection with an NDPS case registered in Haryana. The accused, identified as Deepu Gupta, was arrested on June 10 with a cash of 29,42,400 rupees, suspected to be proceeds of drug-related crimes. Police said the accused was allegedly involved in hawala transactions for drug lords operating in Churachandpur. He has been handed over to Haryana police along with the recovered cash for further investigation. Wakhalon Manaba Apunba Kanglei Park will carry out its annual poetry competition on August 20 at Lainingthau Sanamahi Temple, Haying Khongbal. Speaking to media at Manipur Press Club today, WAMA President Moirang Them Naukhomba said that the poetry competition is held every year with the inclusion of Manipuri language in the 8th schedule of India, and urged people to participate in the competition to be held on the same Hinkisi Ekoi Iraipa Kidamak. Winner, runners-up and second runner-up will be awarded case award of rupees 3,000, rupees 2,000 and rupees 1,000 respectively, along with certificates. 7 selected participants will also be awarded rupees 500 each along with certificate. Poems can be submitted at the office of Pandam newspaper, Wangwamlekai, or through mobile numbers 98561 92990 and 7805380 by August 5.
CAC Akanabasi or Puyasing duplicate Xerox or Yombiadanabaki Akanabasi, Kalama, Sinjabado, Company, Duna Tarakabadu, Labi, Sada, Matamkara, Tendakare, Adubu, Adaki, Lakaba, Agaski Kun, and Linguistic in Midasida, miyamda asigulba wakolan thilen sama sala emolong ko puya khoi ngasi Manipur gi mite mei lepde gi phumoi ba khoi mayek traimpan amadi hakka mari lenaba huji mapung phana malemda yek salai lejaba Manipur gi khunai hidele ba phum kal khunimaki masak ta pade gi phum oiba yan maru oraba khoi holy book oraba la se ani sibu khunungi phangan ba se langdo sanami timpan gi la sangda khoina thorom si pangthok mutamda adum phanganu hona jagani.
Now it's time for a short commercial break, but after the break, we'll bring you a report on Super Typhoon Bavi, which has met landfall in China, prompting the evacuation of nearly 2 million people. Keep watching Impact News.
Leiren Dwellers na puthokchari mega monsoon sales adongi imung manungi ahongba mamalda sana lepangamnaba machine saba sana khudimata supnatagi chada ama making charge khaktada lawiba yaragani maphamna Sega Road Thogdaba Boklaikai Imphal West.
Welcome back. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. A powerful typhoon has met landfall in China, the second to hit the country in a week, with nearly 2 million people evacuated from areas in the path of the storm. Typhoon Bavi, which spans 620 miles at its widest point, roughly the width of France, first came ashore in the coastal region of Taizhou on Saturday evening before making a second landfall in Wenzhou around midnight. Earlier, landslides triggered by the storm killed at least 17 people in the Philippines. Extreme weather already wreaked havoc on southern and central China in the past week, with storms leaving at least 39 dead and causing dozens of rivers to overflow and a reservoir to burst. The storm is expected to gradually diminish in its intensity as it moves northwest. Chinese state media reported that the center of the typhoon reached Hangzhou City in Zhejiang province this morning. More than 1.7 million people were evacuated in Zhejiang and thousands more in neighboring provinces. Schools, work and outdoor activities have been suspended in Zhejiang, while 400 flights and dozens of train services have been cancelled. Bavi began as a super typhoon, battering Guam and northern Mariana Islands last Monday with wind speeds of 290 kilometers per hour. Langtamal Assembly constituency intending candidate Akoijam Priyoberta today visited the relief camp at Kurkul in Imphal West, where people from Laimakong displaced by ongoing violence that erupted on May 3rd, 2023 are currently taking shelter. Interacting with the displaced families, Priyoberta listened to their grievances and discussed various issues affecting the camp residents. He assured them of monthly assistance and reaffirmed his commitment to extending all possible support to the IDPs. A large number of volunteers, including IDPs, carried out a cleanliness drive around the Sri Sri Govindaji temple in Imphal today ahead of Rath Yatra festival on July 16. Participants appealed for collective efforts to maintain cleanliness. A member of Sri Sri Govindaji, Brahma Sava Loisang, also urged people of all communities and religions across the state to join the Rath Yatra celebrations.
Tang taraga taruk-tagi haugadoriba jagabondugi chaurba kumai road yatra sigi marida luda bananda bayade aina mayam punamangna lakpidana sida amam toina panjagatru so mayam goloi mag yaupiri masida sengdoktana tawna nana ba honabi yongta kuna Govindagi Magedaki Takat Pongokchari, Luna Mayam Punamak, Govindagi, and like Laiba, Roja Trasida, Lengpiro, Dorsonto View, Aduga, Nungaiba, Mayam Punamaki Sojo, Pina View, Idana, Govindaji Magedaki, Ning Jerry.
The English translation of Dr. Kamal's Manipuri poetry collection Laiparing, titled The Garland and translated by Longjam Nabachandra, was released today at a function held at Maitai Mayak High School, Kongba in Imphal East. The event was graced by Wangkem MLA Kesha Megachandra, Manipur Sahitya Parishad President Dr. Longcham Joy Chandra, and former convener of Manipuri Language Advisory Board of Sahitya Academy, New Delhi, Professor Huirem Bihari. Former Imphal College Principal Moirangthem Priyavarta spoke on the significance of the book during the program. Wide Angle Social Development Organization, with the support of Child Rights and You Cry, organized Know Your Village Exposure Tour for children. The tour aimed to promote heritage and environmental learning among the children. 230 children from Hainabok, Ngairangbam Makha, Ngairangbam Awang, Ngairangbam Maning, Thaurojam, Salam Yurembam Awang, Yurembam Mayai Lekai, and Maklang participated in the tour to Kangla Fort, Manipur Museum, and Manipur Zoological Garden. Now in sports, England and Argentina also booked their places in the semi-finals of FIFA World Cup jointly hosted by United States, Canada and Mexico. England defeated Norway 2-1 in the third quarter-final match played at 2:30 a.m. today at Miami Stadium. Argentina thrashed Switzerland 3-1 in the fourth quarter-final match, which began at 6:30 a.m. at Kansas City Stadium. In the semi-final round, France will face Spain on July 15. England will play against Argentina on July 16. Before we end, the headlines once again. MPCC President Okram Ibobi asserts that the over 3-year-long conflict in Manipur could be resolved fully exercising constitutional powers vested in the state. CLP leader Megachandra slams Manipur government for lack of responsibility, accountability and transparency. RPI Athwale National Secretary Maheshwar Thaunauzam seeks strict action against Kuki miscreants involved in burning down Meitei houses at Kanto Sabal. Alleges bias and apathy by Central Security Forces. Sekmai AC MLA Haikam Dingo, Imphal West DC, SP and senior officers visit Kanto Sabal, where 6 houses belonging to Meitei community were set ablaze by Kuki mob to review security situation. And France will meet Spain. Argentina took class against England in FIFA World Cup 2026 semi-finals. Countdown to the final battle begins. With that, we come to the end of this bulletin. Coming up next is Prime Time Manipuri Bulletin. Have a great evening.
There are dozens of vending machines